What's up, GQ? It's Maisie Williams here, and today I'm going undercover on the internet. It's actually me. Let's check Twitter. So when is Maisie Williams going to star in her own trilogies of Liam Neeson-esque movies? I can't say that it's high up on my priority list, but if that's something that people are looking for, then maybe I should reconsider that. People think that I'm like, and I'm just a loser, so I'll pretend to be like Liam Neeson. I will find you, and I will kill you. Is it just me, or does the fancy china in Maisie Williams' Instagram story look like a Wetherspoons play? It does. It was in fact in Wetherspoons having tea in a bed. Reply. Oh my God, do you think Maisie Williams has BTS Stan account? I wish I did. It would be cool if I did, but maybe I'm double bluffing. Got to see them right before the lockdown. It was amazing, but Jungkook, his knee was hurt, or his ankle or something, so he was sitting down, and he's my favorite, so I didn't get to see him dance in real life. If they do another tour, then I will see him then. IMDb. Maisie Williams has a tortoise named Dynasty.
It says that you have a tortoise dynasty.
Oh, I do. Barney, Stevie, Adventure Man, and then the one that lives with someone we don't know. I don't know what they named it. Probably not a very good name. If I have children, they won't inherit nice jewelry. They'll just inherit tortoises. Posted. Some news sources claimed Queen Elizabeth is a viewer of the series, though Maisie Williams remarked on the visit, "I did not get the impression that she's a fan," as the Queen was unaware of her role in the series. That's true. It didn't seem like she'd watched it. Not that I was like mad about it, like she's got other things to do. I bet she watched The Crown though, so whatever. But she was really lovely. She remarked on the throne and she said, "Oh, that doesn't look very comfy." And I thought, yeah, it doesn't. But I kept forgetting all of the rules, because at the beginning you say, "Your Majesty," and then afterwards you say, "Ma'am," like jam or ham, but not like palm, I think. I don't know. And that was what was stressing me out. So I was like, the Queen's speaking to me and I don't even know how I'm supposed to address her. This is really stressful. Because I'm sure she knows. Like, she knows what people are supposed to be doing. So if you're not doing it, it's very obvious. Be a darling and like and subscribe. Cora. Was the Starbucks coffee cup in Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 3 a mistake or product placement? It's not actually a Starbucks coffee cup. It's just a coffee cup. And I wish that we got paid for it, but we didn't. We just got torn to shreds. We were tired. We had been filming for 4 months solely at nighttime. I was just glad people were talking about our show. It's not that deep. It's really not that deep. It's just a little coffee cup, 8 ounce. How come Maisie Williams seems so small in Game of Thrones, but otherwise so tall in real life? I think this is the first time I've ever heard someone say this. I usually hear the opposite. People usually come up to me in the street and go, "What the fuck? You're so small." I think it's because I have the proportions of a tall person. I'm a walking illusion. Posted. How did Maisie Williams get cast to play Arya Stark in Game of Thrones? I went to an audition. This is my ego speaking. David Benioff likes to tell the story that he looked at all of these thumbnails. He saw my little screwed up face and was like, "Who's that?" And then here we are. Instagram. Oh, kill me. Looks like you're still taking ballet class, darling girl. Loved your performances. Oh my God, that's really nice. Okay, I take everything back. I actually haven't taken a ballet class in a really long time, but I did take some dance class recently with a choreographer called Benjamin Johnson. Maybe a project like that is just around the corner. Reply. YouTube. Tamsin Jennifer Matthew says, Maisie, who equally terrifies, equally excites you to co-star in a feature film with? Well, I've always loved Emma Stone, like, to my core. But it would, like, terrify and excite me because, like, acting in front of the person that you're, like, obsessed with and, like, you are a big, big fan of is, like it's a lot. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if it would be, like, a good thing to do for me. Wait, that sounds wrong. I just think that it would be a lot of pressure. I'm like acting as if this is actually going to happen and I'm like getting sweaty palms about it. Okay. Is Maisie wearing PJs because she's planning on passing out after this? I did wear pajamas, but they were like silk ones. So it's either like, oh, you wore pajamas outside or, oh my God, why are you wearing silk to bed? Like that's a luxury material to sleep in. And I actually had to get on a flight after this, so I was like, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. How did she maintain such a lovely disposition and not cuss like a sailor? She seems really sweet. Mainly because my mum follows everything I do. And sometimes I do swear in things, and I shouldn't, because that's not how she raised me. Mum, if you're watching this, I hope that they took the F-bomb out of the video earlier on. William Healy says, I heard Maisie Williams is a huge Ed Sheeran fan. Reckon the producers might have done this to give her a surprise for her birthday. Really not far off. It wasn't for my birthday, because it wasn't my birthday, but it was like a surprise. But I kind of sussed it, because in the script, the character that Ed played was called Ed. They never shot the scene. It was just like getting pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed. And then on the day, like we didn't get the call sheet until like the morning of, and like no one knew where the location is, and it was all like when I got into the makeup truck. In walks Ed Sheeran, and I kind of knew. So yeah, it was amazing. It was a good gift to me, and everyone else hated it, but you know what? It wasn't for you. It was for me, so tough. Posted. When did she change from no dress is worth giving up a sword fighting to a fashion icon? I mean, when I was a kid, I was definitely like swords before dresses. I don't know, I've always really loved fashion. I was like always that child that my mum was like, put a coat on, like you're gonna freeze. Like I climbed a mountain without a coat once because I was like, no mum, it's fashion. Time to fact check on Wikipedia. From an early age, Williams has always been known as Maisie, nicknamed because of her perceived likeness to the cartoon character from the UK newspaper comic strip, The Perishers. This is true, although I think the name came because of the comic book strip. I mean, when I was born, I was a baby, so they didn't know if I was gonna really look like her. And then I did end up looking a bit like her. So half true, I guess. And I don't even know if Maisie's a very good person. Like, she could be awful, and I'm named after her, so. Reddit. Arya Stark / Maisie Williams, a work in progress, open for suggestions and criticisms. Don't say that on the internet. It's beautiful. That sounds really conceited because it's me. It's amazing. It's such a work of art. And I feel so honored that people make works of art like this of my face. It's like always gonna be bizarre until the day I die, but it's a really kind thing to do. Posted by The Final Bard. How would you feel about a 21st century gritty remake of The Wizard of Oz? Wait, The Wizard of Oz. Uncultured swine. Starring Maisie Williams as Dorothy and Danny DeVito as the witch. I would love that. I have always been a really big fan of Danny DeVito. I've never met Danny DeVito, but I'm sure we will on the set of the remake of The Wizard of Oz. Back to Twitter. The Enemy tweeted saying, Pistol will star Maisie Williams, Toby Wallace, and Dylan Lewin. And Georgia Neath says, Maisie Williams, this role sounds great. Can you tell us anything more about the role of Jordan? Yes, I can tell you a bit about Jordan. Nowadays is seen as like a punk icon, but at the time was really just like a fashion girl who had a very unique image. She worked in Vivienne Westwood's shop and was kind of the embodiment of the brand. She was a consultant on the whole show. And she made it very clear to me that she just was, but there's something about her that just captivates the room. So I wanted to try and feel that essence. Working with Danny Boyle, you never know when the camera's rolling. You don't even know where the camera is. I was really forced to find something real to put across on camera and not just hide behind the fact that I knew that the angle was perfect and the light was right. What sort of music do you recommend? Maybe the Sex Pistols have influenced you into punk. Or maybe they haven't, and I still just listen to Lana Del Rey on my own in my bed. Why can't we get a series starring Maisie Williams as Arya Dread Pirate Stark? As she searches for new land, she beds women and men, runs a crew, looks for buried treasure, saves those who need to be saved as a mercenary for hire. I first would like to play other characters, just to know if I can, and if people enjoy that. And if it turns out that I just do the same thing over and over again and everyone's sick of it, then I'll just go back and play Arya Stark, so everyone will win at some point. Okay, that's it. I'm signing off the internet. Forever.